What is up, guys? Today we are going to be doing a full hotel tour and review of the Malagas Hotel in Malagas, South Africa. And this is my grandfather's hotel. And I did stay here back in 2016 when I was a kid. Now here's the sign. Since '96, Malagas Hotel, Breede River, and the ferry view. Now we're going to get a whole pic of this for the thumbnail. And without further ado, let's get started. And there is room 7, or 8 up there, excuse me. It's a little hard to see with the sun glare. There's the no dog side. And down here you have room 33, 24, 32. See how it goes out of numerical order. Then there's the no parking loading zone. So we're going to be doing the left side rooms first. Down here there's 22 and 21. Up there is room 7 on the opposite side of 8. There's rooms 19 and 20. There's the reception and the restaurant in the back. Up there is rooms 12 and 11. There's my grandfather's room, which out of respect is not going to be shown. And my grandfather does own this hotel. There's room 3. There's the bathroom door, which I would play with the locks with. And there is some rust, as this is an old hotel. Look how dirty this door is. And there's the windows, which my grandfather, out of respect, does not want to be on camera, so we're not going to be filming that room. And we're going to walk down these stairs. This is the back of this beautiful property. Ah, fly. And there's the back of the rooms. And you can see all the nature going across from here. That's the houseboat guest shower. Ah. Sorry, there's just bees. That's a whole mud pile. Now we're going to continue walking. Now up here you have the back of the restaurant and the Breede River. Now we are walking in a pile of dirt. And there's a private house. The bride is not to be moved from this point. And here's the place, and many of which that I used to play as a kid in 2016. That trampoline. Yeah, Geronimo, first choice. And there's the pool, which I'll be going swimming in later. Playground. And the tire swing. Whoa! then back here you have a mountain. Let me get a pic of that. And now we're gonna get up from here. Yep, these premises are protected by closed circuit television, 24-hour video recording. Now, in we go to the restaurant. There's these ceiling fans in the restaurant. Right now, let's go. And that's the breakfast buffet, which is obviously closed. So it is Tuesday, May 13th at around 12:25 in the afternoon. There's the dining room upstairs. And many of the places which I stayed as a kid in 2016. And there's the window. So I'm not going to get people on camera. You can see from the balcony. And there's the adult lounge. Now we're going to be heading back down. But before we do, we have the bookshelf. Now let's head downstairs. And there's your South African exit sign. The reception. Reception hours. Right of admission reserved. There's my grandpa's cat. That's room 1, my mom's room. And now we are going to come down the right side of the property. So we have rooms 13 and 14. Up here we have 9 and 10. I'm staying in room 9, which you will see room 9 and possibly 1 later in the video. Then 15 and 16 are just below it. Now there's 17 and 18. Room 2. Then over here, we have another room, so I'm gonna pause the recording here. We have room 5 up there. 22 and 23, or 30 and 23, excuse me. Yeah, 22 is on the other side, and the last one is 31 for the lower level. And then upstairs is room 6. All right, guys, so now we are at the dam of the Malagas Hotel. Well, yeah, I have a YouTube channel with over 1,000 subscribers and I do hotel reviews, so that's what I do. And this is the beach, so that's why we're walking in sand. If you see me slipping and falling on camera. And there's the beautiful river. And the mountain, yeah, there's the boats, and that's where I went canoeing in 2016. Yeah, I mean, I do have a lot to talk about throughout this video, but I would probably put it off until the end. And yes, it is the same day, Tuesday, May 15th at 5:15 p.m. But it's just in military time. Yeah, there's a lot of sand over here. Now there's the back of this building. That's the reception and the restaurant. And that is where I had breakfast this morning and lunch earlier before I went swimming. And down here is the loading dock. Over here you have some trailer homes. So if you want to know what's on these lower levels, that is the locked up staff room. Yeah, these are the storage safety stuff. Behind there are other locked up rooms. And that's pretty much it for this. There's not much else to see. So here we have this nature on the wall and the ground. You can see these flowers and leaves. The leaves on the bottom, the flowers up top. And look at all this nature out here. And there's a fountain right there throughout the video. Alright guys, so here is the date and time. The next day, Wednesday, May 14th, 5 p.m. South Africa time. And the Wi-Fi is literally terrible because my mom didn't want to pay for the international plan. But anyways, let's get on with the next part of the video. The library is to share for the reading pleasure. Facebook's afterwards. There's the play area. Fun fact, I used to play here as a kid back in 2016. The last time I've stayed here. And yes, I have mentioned this throughout the video, but there are books, a lamp here. There's your bookshelf. A lot of children's toys. The Night Before Christmas book, which would be around the holidays. A TV. Hi guys. There's windows down here. These are dirty. There's the back window. There's a fly right there. Now there's the fire extinguisher sign, but in America they would say fire extinguisher inside. Alright, so that is it for this play area. Alright guys, so this is the bar. It says no under 18s. Fun fact, in every country except for the United States, the legal drinking age is 18. But in the US, the legal drinking age is 21. Now here's the pool table. Another one of the places that I would play at as a kid in 2016. Now here it is. I do have a pic of it, and it will be featured in this video. And there's the chairs. There's me. Hi, guys. Alright, so we are walking out, but there's people there, so I'm not gonna put them on camera. There's the Malagas Hotel. I would just have to edit that. And there's the reception area. So yeah, that would be it for that part. It's because I just don't want to get the hotel staff on camera. So there you go. Alright, so the next part of these videos, these are all the kayaks. This is just gross. Or the canoes. And I did go canoeing on USA Independence Day 2016. July 4th. Yeah, there's DTM. And it is starting to get dark out. So I'm gonna use my Apple Watch flashlight. And there's rust. There's nothing really much else to see here, so yeah. Alright guys, so now we have the second to last part of the video, room 9, and it is dark outside, so I'm just going to try my best. Get the flashlight from my watch as we are walking up these stairs. Here is the South African Keys, and my entire mom's side of the family is from South Africa. Now let's get this light going. This controls the light and the ceiling fan. So I'm already holding the phone with one hand and shutting this with the other hand. Now let's lock her up. Alright, now we got her in. Make sure it's locked. Pull. So this is a bit difficult to lock. Well, at least we locked it. So now, coming out with this room, we have the bed. Yeah, but my suitcase is in the way here. So you see me climb over this. And my wet swim trunks. A fridge with a water bottle. My goggles. Now here's my bed. The 2 ceiling fans. My hat. Pill container. Laptop, and there's the mirror. Hi guys. There's the back door with the balcony. The outside light. Yeah, that has the blind on. You get a nighttime view. We will get a daytime view in the next day. And it is Thursday, May 15th at 7:46 p.m. South Africa time. And there's the nighttime view. There's your table and chairs on the patio. Now we're gonna go inside. All right, coming in, we gotta lock her up. Alright, and there's the closet with my backpack in the way. Coat hooks. Now in this corner you just have the lamps and another mirror. Nothing special. Now coming over to this corner of the room you have the bathroom area the light switch is on this corner, because in South Africa, the light switches are outside the bathroom. But in America, they're inside the bathroom. And now the lights are up here, not on the vanity. Here's the mirror, which you're seeing in the majority of the video. That's just all this nonsense on the counter. And wow, look at the condition this is in. But there is some minor peeling on here. Yeah, there is no shower curtain. That's the only downside. Just says tempered glass. There's the toilet. That's your lock. Now we're gonna go ahead and shut her off. Now in here connects to the other room. That's my mom's room, which I'm going to turn the lights on. All right, now that we are back in here, I have the lights turned on. That's stuff I'm not gonna show on camera. I'm not gonna keep this open for very long because I don't want to set my mom off. And this is the same thing for that room over there. I'm gonna turn it off. And I gotta lock it back up. It's locked. There's this bed and the other bed. That's my mama's desk. Going into her bathroom. You have the lights right here. It's the tempered glass and the toilet. You have a mirror in this video. Hey guys. Now you're gonna shut it here. And we're going to get the heck out of here. So that will conclude this part of the video. Getting on with the cons, between the room 9 and 1 connection, there's peeling between this carpet and this rug is used to cover it up. And there are stains on the carpet, and admittedly I just spilled water here right before filming this. There's some peeling right here. Yeah, a lot of dirt marks. That's just minor wear and tear, which isn't too bad. There's another coffee stain on the carpet, which is not acceptable in any hotel environment. Alright guys, so it is Friday, May 16th at around 3:37 in the afternoon. And you get a daytime view of the balcony. Let's shut this door all the way. And as I promised, there's the chairs, the same as the nighttime view. But even better over here, you get a whole view of this mountaintop. This is absolutely nothing like Florida. And let's look at the temperature. It is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's look at the weather in Broward. 74 degrees Fahrenheit in Cape Town. But look at Broward's temperature. It is going to be much hotter. Jesus Christ. I do believe in Jesus, and I'm going to edit this out, so don't you worry. So now with the overall pros and cons. So we are going to start with the cons this time. The cons is the carpet with the 9-to-1 room is peeling off, considering this hotel opened in 1996. Another one is the shower has no glass, which can be a slip and fall hazard. And now the pros, which are the good parts of the hotel. They have lots of nature. A beautiful exterior corridor property, as you've seen throughout the video. And from my second floor room, you can see the mountains from the balcony. Just imagine that. And there's a gravel road there with a pizzeria place just 5 minutes away. Wow. And there's even a pool, which I managed to get in as it was 50 degrees Fahrenheit outside, or 14 degrees Celsius, because everywhere besides the United States it's Celsius. And that's it for the pros and cons. My overall score would be 9.5 out of 10. Now we are coming to the conclusion. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this full hotel tour and review of the Malagas Hotel in Cape Town, South Africa. There will be lots more videos to come, as this sure was the longest one to make. And I really hope you enjoyed it, once again, just as much as I did making it, because this took me over 2 hours to make. Well, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and watch whatever video pops up here, here, or here. And that will be it.